Like
we were talking about how you said you had to separate the transaction from a business. In other words, I know how to put the business together, I know how to build a plan, I know how to think like a business person, but then now I have this transactional side of it where I've got to deliver my
yeah, how do I not fuck it up, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go to real estate jail.
Right.
And so this business is about getting clients, and I was able to do that quickly. And I did it without being scared to spend money. I spent more money than most new agents would spend to build their business and their brand and get leads. Right. And then I sat every day in my manager's office and made them write contracts with me because I was selling. I probably did 15 transactions in my first year on my own, and I was selling houses. So I needed to make sure I was an entrepreneur. I was good at what I did prior to this, and I was starting from scratch and didn't want to not be able to live up to fake it till you make it, Paige, right?
How did you get the guts? How did you get the guts to invest heavily with what you do?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I found out with I call it cancer. The cancer of real estate salespeople is insecurity, and
yes,
point in time to where if they can do something repetitively that starts to bring results, then suddenly they realize they push the button. They're in charge. They're in control. Mm-hmm. And that's the moment where the insecurity kind of goes away, and they see it as a legitimate business, and they move.
Yeah.
But it's hard, right?
And
when you first started.
It is really hard. I think in 2020, when there was so much uncertainty, we were the first market to get shut down. We were the first market to have COVID in the United States. And I was poised to peak and tip. Like my business at that point was about 3 years old, and I was cooking with gas. And 2020 hit, and I had to I was doing marketing for other agents. I was helping people with this community-based marketing. And I was telling them, remember, we did not build a house of cards. And that was like I needed to remind myself of that, because I'd go to bed at night being like, what if nobody calls me? But if you have to trust that you built something that is sustainable, and then you have to put the processes in place to keep doing 80% every year of what I know works. I repeat. The last 10% is to keep me interested in this business. I'm an entrepreneur and I can't get bored. And so where can I find the fun in the other 80%, of the 20%, right? So
yep.
I can try new things. I can take 20% of my budget and I can say, let's do something new. But if you are looking at yourself as an entrepreneur and a business owner in the real estate world, and not just 6 transactions a year type of average agent, then I knew I had 2 years to make money. I had 2 years before I made money. That's how I would look at it.
Okay.
Like any other small business. It's going to take 2 years to survive. Maybe I do it, maybe I don't, but this is the chance I'm taking on myself. And you can use credit cards, you can figure it out.